All right, guys. Um, I just wanted to do a touch up on the two videos that I just made. First off, I want you to disregard my little bloopers there. I know I mentioned 25, 26 degrees because I know it went up 1 degree, so I kept going back and forth on that. And number two, uh, I made two separate videos, so I'm just going to combine them right now to make one. Um, to be honest with you, in a nutshell, I was trying to get off on the Pistol X68 after that first shot because I'm on a mountain and right up above me, well behind me, I have a neighbor out there, and this shot sounded like a 22 going off. And I don't want to disrespect anyone, and I don't want them to, have whatever fleeting thoughts they may have, maybe think I'm shooting a live firearm or whatnot. But that being said, my apologies. Only got one shot off. Pretty much wasted a CO2. But as you can see, that shot was pretty good. I mean, like I said, we're talking about 25, 26 degrees in the snow out here. So it performed with that one shot, and my assumption is that the subsequent shots would be just as powerful. So it was right around the normal range, if not just a little below. And the performance was amazing. And on the Berna, as you could see, it was, just a little beneath what the joule rating is. But that being said, well, like I said, with chemical munitions, it's still going to be effective. So, with the rumor mill and with what people saying that these things don't function right, and cold weather, specifically, sub freezing, did say sub zero at one point, but I didn't want to edit it, so I'm just leaving it in there. But the bottom line is, guys, these things perform awesome. You shouldn't have any issues in this type of weather if needed. And that probably dispels the concept that, hey, if it's too cold, they're not gonna function properly. And I just proved it out here. That's wrong. So the little test, it passed. And I'm not arguing with the fact that obviously if they're a little warmer, they'd probably perform better. But just the knowledge that in a defensive situation, you're not going to have issues with these in that type of weather. So all across the temperature spectrum, they're still effective, highly effective. So I hope you enjoy these videos. And as I said, I apologize for my little bloopers. I didn't want to edit them all out because I like you to see, me 100% policies and all. So enjoy. Back to my channel. Today, I'm going to do a quick video. I'm curious about what a CO2 would do in sub-freezing weather. All right, now I want you guys to look at this. I hope it shows up in the camera. It's snowing. Right now we have about 4 inches of snow. Can you guys see it in the camera? It is snowing. It is coming down. So, with that being said, I'm very curious about these things and how they respond to that kind of weather, because as we know, the rumor has it, CO2s don't act well. Now, I did have another video where it was above freezing, and it was actually, a little above 30 degrees. I mean, sorry about that, a little bit over 40 degrees. So now that this is snowing and we're at sub-zero, right now it's about 26 degrees where I'm at. And I just showed you it's actually, snow is coming down right now. We're expected to get about maybe 8-9 inches of snow, and currently we're at 4. So if you're in a defensive situation and you have to use a non-lethal weapon, let's exactly see what goes on in these temperatures. 26 degrees in the snow. I'm going to fire into the ground just to get a reading. I'm going to do FPS. Normally I'd really do like joules instead, but for the sake of the audience, let's get to this little experiment. And right now I'm using the Berna LE 4-gram projectiles, nylon, with your regular CO2, 12 gram. So now let's engage. Take it off safety. Let's see what the first shot's going to do. 234.8 FPS, first shot. 230.5. First shot. Second shot. I'm sorry, I'm freezing my tail off over here. 233.7. 196.1. Let's see, I don't know if I have something in there. Yep, 218.4. Let's see here, guys. I think that should be about it. Yep, that's about it. Now, honestly, guys, for it to be sub-freezing weather in the snow out here in the field, I would have to say that this is this passed the test. This really did. So if you're in a defensive situation, if you have any questions about how these things are going to respond and how they're going to act, and very cold weather, 25, 26 degrees, especially if you're using chemical munitions, you're not going to have any problems at all. These are still highly effective, and the weather gave minimal interference with the CO2. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to see what the Pastel X68 does in sub-freezing weather. Now, currently it's about 25 degrees, and as you could see, I hope you can see it in the camera, it is snowing. It is snowing. You see that? And right now we have about 4 inches of snow, and it's supposed to be coming down even harder. Now, I'm curious about what this test is going to look like. Last video I had, we were above freezing, and I know I'll get some questions about how CO2s operate in extreme cold weather. So at 26 degrees and snow on the ground, I'm just going to take shots. I'm going to see exactly what this looks like. Hang on, I'm trying to set this up. All right, now we're at FPS, as you can see. So I'm gonna shoot it into the snow. All I want to do is get some readings out of it. Now here, CO2 punctured. Now let's see what it looks like. 354. That's a lot. That's a lot. We have a 354 reading. Well, I would actually carry on, but I don't know if my neighbors would sit here and like this. This was pretty loud. So with the first shot at 354 feet per second, I would say that's pretty damn good. That is nothing to laugh about, guys. So anyone who has questions, if these things perform in extreme cold weather, it's like I said, it's about 24, 25 degrees and it's currently snowing. To reiterate, you're not going to have a problem. You're not going to have a problem. And my apologies if I don't carry on, but this thing was pretty loud, and the neighbor behind me, I don't want, them to think I'm doing something else. Because this did sound like a 22 going off. These things, the weather is not going to affect them, gentlemen. The weather is not going to affect them. So if you're in a defensive situation, you're not going to have a problem. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time.